Everybody. I want to welcome you to the conference today. I'm really excited about this information. I'm Adrian Larson. A lot of you might be here because I sent out an invitation, and for those of you that are, thank you for coming and welcome. Really excited about the info we're going to cover today. Now, a little bit of background. I've known Jeffrey Grossman, oh, good grief. What do you think, Jeffrey, since about 2006?
Yeah, I think so. I think we first met at the PCOM conference.
Yeah. And he became an Acugraph user in 2007. And so we go back a long time. And I got to tell you, I've been watching Jeffrey's company develop, and well, I should say companies develop, and some of the work he's been doing is really amazing. He started his private practice in 1998 in Seattle, his private acupuncture practice. And then in 2002, he took his previous background as a graphic designer and marketer and started Acupuncture Media Works to help other practitioners find the kind of success and have access to the same professional level tools that a lot of other professions enjoy. He saw a real need, saw a real niche there, and he filled that niche remarkably well. Now he's got a variety of companies. Along with Acupuncture Media Works, he has AcuPerfect websites where acupuncturists can have a professional, full functional website for just a few bucks a month. And today he's put together a remarkable marketing tool. I can tell you that I've previewed it. It's by far the most comprehensive, simplest, and easiest to use marketing tool I've ever seen for an acupuncture practice, particularly when you're somebody who wants to make sure that you're doing everything right, the right way at the right time. So there's not much more I can add to that except to tell you I'm excited, and I'm going to turn it back over to you, Jeffrey. Thank you for taking your time today to share this information and to do it at no charge.
Absolutely, Adrian. Well, again, I appreciate what you're doing for the industry. You are literally transforming the industry and taking us to the next level as far as Acugraph goes. And I've used it successfully in my practice, not only for patient attraction, but also for patient retention, and also to help me in my clinic with helping to clarify certain, clarify an awareness about what it is that we're doing a little more logically to the people who, in this day and age, are more computer sensory overloaded, if you will. So it made for a nice transition for me to incorporate into my practice, and I know that you guys are always improving your products, always on the cutting edge of what you guys are doing. And I've also been noticing too that you and people on your team have been doing a lot of interesting information for marketing and other tips and tools to help other practitioners find success with embracing their marketing. So I want to say welcome. Thank you, Adrian, for inviting me here, to introducing me to people who are that are familiar with you. In a few minutes, I'm going to start the marketing implementation, what to do and when to do it without going crazy training. The information is going to be really dense, and I'm asking you right now to open up to a new page on your computer, get out a piece of paper, and start taking notes. Because I'm sure you remember going to a conference or a workshop and the presenter gave you that one magical point that eliminates back pain in 2 seconds, but you forgot to write it down. Because I know that happened to me. It happened to me a few times. And excuse me. That's why I want you to take some notes, because this stuff will be good and I don't want you to miss out. I'm going to be going over 26 key marketing ideas and strategies, and if you implement just one of these things that I'll be sharing with you today, just one of them, you'll see changes in your practice. So I want to say congratulations to you. Congratulations for being on this training today. You could have been doing something else. You could have been elsewhere instead of being here, but you chose to show up. You chose to learn, and you chose to stretch your marketing awareness. And trust me, I know how hard it can be to get a practice started. And I know how hard it can be to keep patients from falling out of care. When I started my practice back in '98, I had no idea how to attract new patients, how to keep them from falling out of care, and what I needed to do in order to get them back into care once they fall out of care, which is inevitable. If you've been in practice for any length of time, even as short as a year, you probably have more inactive patient files than you have active patient files. Those patients, those files are gold mine that you're sitting on. Reactivating your patients is powerful. I'm not going to talk about that in today's training. I'm going to touch on it a little bit. But I'm going to show you how you can make marketing a little easier in your practice. I'm going to show you 26 key marketing ideas that you can implement in your practice starting now, starting today, that will shift the momentum. This will give your practice structure, it'll give it organization, and it'll help build practice confidence and stability. So in the beginning, I really kind of knew about momentum. I knew about slow momentum. My practice was so slow in the early years that I needed to take a second job. I needed to defer my student loans. I needed to figure out how to keep healthy food on my table. And I also needed to figure out often how to pay my rents at the end of the month. So I know how hard it can be to start a practice. And I know how hard it can be to figure out how to maintain one. It's hard enough that we have to come up with a differential diagnosis for our patients, let alone trying to figure out how to attract patients, how to retain patients, how to reactivate patients, how to get patients back on your books once they fall out of care, how to write reports, how to do billing, how to do a talk, how to network it, all these things. I know how hard it is. Believe me, I was there. And that's why I studied so many books. I paid a lot of money for successful coaching. I hired business consultants because I had to figure all of this out for myself. And I had to make it work. I had to make the ends meet. So at the end of the day, I had more money coming in than I had going out. But today's your lucky day, because I'm going to share with you a few tips that you can learn from my mistakes, because you don't need to reinvent the wheel, because I already did that. I already have reinvented the wheel. I already invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of money, and a lot of anxiety that was expressed through this process to really come up with some of the tools and the information I'm going to be sharing with you today. So just a few reminders: turn off your phone, kill that Facebook tab. The only thing that you should have open is a notebook or a blank page on your computer to take notes. Please, because I value your time and I want to give you something of great value today. The time that we spend together is important to me, and I hope it's important to you too. So I'm just waiting for some more people to arrive. We'll be starting in a few minutes, but in the meantime, I have a few last questions before I begin. If I show you some things in today's training that are so drop-dead simple to do, that if you do just one of them in your practice, and if you see some shifts, would you agree to do them? Even just one of these things that really kind of triggers you to be like, wow, an aha moment, would you agree to do that? Write yes, I agree in the chat box. Also, how many years have you been in practice? What's your biggest frustration about being in practice? And what do you want to get out of today's training? Again, I want to know this information because I want to get a gauge as to where you're at. How many years have you been in practice? What's your biggest practice frustration? And what do you want to get out of today's training? So go ahead and put that information in the chat box over here. I'm really excited that you joined me today. In today's training, I'm going to be talking about marketing implementation techniques, and I'm going to be giving you templates, checklists, graphs, and everything that you could use to figure out what is the best course of marketing and patient attraction for you. Because we're all different. What resonates with one practitioner on this call may not resonate with you. Find your nugget of inspiration somewhere in today's training and put it to use. I'm going to also talk about the 3E rule, the patient engagement pyramid, the 10-page handout, and if you haven't already downloaded it, I'll be adding the link to the chat box in a minute here, and you'll be able to grab that in a second. Lastly, I'm also going to dive into the 12-month marketing idea generator that I've used that shows you exactly what to do each day, each week, each month, each quarter, and each year. And this alone is priceless. This checklist alone can help change and shift your practice because it'll give you structure, it'll give you a system, it'll give you organization. So over the years, I've been asked why I do what I do with Acupuncture MediaWorks and AcuPerfect websites. It's simple. My goal is to affect 100,000 people's health with acupuncture, to introduce 100,000 people to the power of this medicine. Us acupuncturists, have so much to offer. We have so much change that we can offer, and we can affect change in so many lives. Part of this goal is not to do it in my practice. No, that's too small. I could never, nor would I ever want to treat 100,000 people. Can you just imagine the size of a treatment room and the amount of tables that would be needed in order to treat 100,000 people in a year? It'd be huge. It'd be like a hospital ward, which often they treat when you study in China. So I want to help you, the practitioners that I work with. I want to help us and our community reach 100,000 more people, touch 100,000 more lives, and stimulate the awareness of this incredible, life-changing, holistic, and powerful medicine. We can change lives. We can help so many people in so many ways. They just need to know about us. They just need to know about you. They just need to know about our profession. They need to find you. They need to find me. They need to find people that they can reach out to help them. After today, you'll know a few ways to reach out to those people, to be found, to touch more lives, and to make more change. The number one way for me to reach this goal, in fact, the only feasible way to reach this goal, is to help you and all the other practitioners to find, educate, inform, inspire, empower, whatever it is you do to help all of us reach out to the people in your community and make change happen. That's my goal. That's my mission, but I need your help. Now, if you want to help, if you feel that acupuncture can change lives, put help yes in the chat box over here, okay? Put help yes in the chat box over here. I want to know that you agree with me on this. I want to know that you're on board and you're ready to get started. All you want to do is to be a healer. You just want to help people. And now, as an acupuncturist, being in private practice, you also have to be a business person and a marketing person. I'm going to show you how to make this as painless as possible. I'm going to show you the easy button on marketing your practice. I know that is not what you want to do. I know you don't want to be a salesman. I know you don't like the idea of marketing, and it may even frighten you, and you may even run the other way when you hear that big M marketing word. But hey, the truth is that you want more people to help. You need more people to help. You want to be your own boss. You want to build your own practice. You want to be successful. You want to pay your bills. You want to get good food on your table. You want to change the world one needle, one person at a time. You have to think like a business. You have to think like a marketing person. You have to wear two hats, the hat of business person and the hat of an acupuncturist. So there are two groups of practitioners, and I'm wondering which group that you fall into when it comes to marketing your practice. Those that are doing it and marketing their practice, and those that should be doing it and marketing their practice. So in the chat box here, just put what group you'll fall into. Are you a doer or a not doer in the chat box? Okay? So without further ado, I'm going to move forward. We're going to get started in today's training. Again, the information is dense. I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you. I will take questions at the end of the training over here, so feel free to post any questions or comments that you have in the chat box over here. I will scroll back, answer them. If I don't answer them, I will put an email out at the end of this webinar that will answer those questions for you. So without further ado, I am going to check to see if there's any issues going on with this chat box over here or anything like that, and I'm going to go ahead. We're going to dive right into the training itself. All right. So here is the link to the handout that you can download. So if you go to this link right over here, acuperfectmarketing.com/26 points. I will go ahead and put that in the chat box. You can go ahead and download that, and you can start getting access to that, and I will start going through this. Today, I'm going to talk about the 3E rule, the engagement pyramid, monthly planning for profits, and the 26-point marketing checklist. Those are the main topics that I'm going to be covering throughout today's training. So ask yourself these questions. How many new patients do you have per day? How many new patients do you want per week? How many new patients do you want per month? And what is your patient visit average? How many regular patients do you see every day, every week, and every month? These questions are important. It gives you a really good baseline as to where you are and where you want to be. A lot of practitioners that I speak with, initially they're only seeing 5 to 25 people a week, and they want to reach a goal of 25 to 55 people a week. That's not too difficult. The thing that you need to do in order to reach those goals, one, is to understand where you are now. How many new patients do you have now? How many times do they come back for repeat visits on a weekly, monthly, annual basis? And how many patients do you want to see every day, every week, and every month? When you get clear on this really simple exercise, it helps you and to communicate more effectively to the universe, because the universe does provide. When you put it out there into the world, it does come back to you. That you just need to direct the message with what you want to get out there. So today we're going to talk about the 3E rule. And when I'm planning, I like to see things in this simple way, which is the 3E rule. This means that you should have no less than 3 marketing polls going on each month. And I'm going to be talking about some of these marketing polls when I go through the one-page sheet on your 26 marketing topics. But you should have both internal and external marketing activities ongoing each and every month. How many of you have at least one steady marketing gig going? Put a 1 in the column. How many of you have at least 2 steady marketing gigs going on each month, or 3 or 4? Go ahead, if you have some type of a steady marketing going on each month, put it in the chat box. I want to know where you are. Again, I want to get a pulse as to where you're at and where you want to go with this. So it's been my experience that by using a minimum of 3 marketing polls, dipping into the patient pool, it's one of the best ways to automate as much of your marketing as you can. You will find that steady stream of new patients, and you will keep your patients in care longer. You just have to start doing it somehow. You just have to start creating that system and putting it into place now. And I talk to people all the time, and they say that they're really doing well at health fairs, or they're doing well at attracting patients from talks, and they quit doing anything else, right? So that's it. They're good at this, or they're good at that, and they don't do anything else. But every good marketer in the world will tell you that you need to have at least 3 to 5 marketing polls in the water, ongoing at any given time. So I want to be blunt here. In most practices, marketing gets the last priority. It gets done only if other more urgent and pressing matters don't seem to be attended to, and often it's rare that the marketing gets implemented to any real degree on a consistent basis. And as a result, they usually only have one or only one marketing pole being dangled in the water at any point in time. And you never know which bait will attract the patients in any given month. So you have to dangle all sorts of bait in the waters, because some months one pole might save your rear, another month another pole might do something else, and so on. But if you limit yourself to just one type of marketing, one type of pole, one bait, and it doesn't work, then you're behind the 8 ball. And one pole might get you 1 to 5 fish or new patients, but a dozen poles, even if they only averaged you only 1 fish, yields you 12 new patients or fish in your practice each month. So you get marketing diversity and more chances to uncover patients with multiple poles dangled in the water. And with multiple poles, you get to generate a buzz. For whatever reason, tends to attract more people overall. We call this the snowball effect, right? It's the phenomenon that I observe often. Having multiple poles, each of them generating interest, tends to create a compounding effect, resulting in an overall more patients than if you had, just 1 or 2 things going at a time. It's pretty straightforward. It's kind of hard to explain, but having marketing poles in your practice takes time. Having a system set up in your practice takes time. It's not overnight. But if you stick to it and you have clear goals that are outlined, there should be no reason why you shouldn't be on the road to building a truly stable practice and be able to have more free time, pay your bills, and most of you on this call have huge student loans to pay off, and of course, to help more people. There are a variety of different poles out there. There's an internal poles and external poles. For internal poles, we're talking about patient retention and building relationships and reactivating the patients that fall out of care. And you can do this by using emails, by patient reactivation programs, by calling people up on the phone, by using relationship building and teaching opportunities, by having a really organized patient education process, by hosting a patient appreciation day, by having a healthcare class or a new patient orientation class, or even an open house. These
And I'll
are
throw in a public screening like with Acugraph.
absolutely, yeah, and that's part of the external goals. And those are just a few over there. And for external is all about attraction. How do you attract people in your practice from the real world? One of the best ways that I've attracted people into my practice was using the Acugraph and having it set up at a health fair, doing the screenings over there, and then using a call to action to get them from that fair into my practice. But the Acugraph was the amazing tool to kind of get them interested, to get them sort of their curiosity piqued and their awareness to be like, what is that thing over there? What is it doing over there? I'd explain it. I'd inform about it. I'd do a screening graph for them, and they were really interested in that. And patient attraction is huge. You need multiple marketing poles going on in your practice at any given time, and a few of those attraction tools are you could do health fairs, you could do screenings, you could do an acupuncture happy hour events, you could do word of mouth, you could do networking events, talks, presentations, lunch and learns. There's no shortage of any type of marketing activity that you could be doing in your practice to attract people and patients into your practice. You need to have 3 marketing events going in your practice at any one time. It could be a health fair, an open house, and a word of mouth promo, or it could be an email campaign and a screening and a networking event, or a talk and a screening and doing a healthcare class. Either way, you should have at least 3 things going on in your practice at any given time. So there's a rule that I just call it a rule, that only a few things matter. Find them, stick to them, and then master them. And what I'm trying to show you here is everything that you need to do and know about. You'll be able to pick one or two of the things that I'm going to be talking about and apply it this month. Start using it, start integrating it, get good at it, then go ahead and put that next piece in your practice. And there's something that I call the engagement pyramid. How many of you have a marketing plan? If you have a marketing plan, put an MP in the chat box. If you don't have a marketing plan, please put a no MP in there. Again, I want to get a gauge as to where you're at in your practice so I can better serve you in the future. Part of the reason why we have a marketing plan is so we always know exactly what we do to create awareness, which creates understanding. That puts people in a position to believe you, to believe you, so you're building trust and taking action. So you have to have a way to create awareness, which builds an understanding, which has them understand and believe about what you do, which builds that trust, and that trust builds the relationships. So the rule of this graphic is that we make people aware of things down here. Then we educate them so that they get to the place of understanding what we do and how we could help them and what's going on with them. And this next part is, then we keep hammering home the understanding bit until they believe in what they're doing with us and what we have to offer them. And then the next phase, this is the belief phase. It's like they're really committed to care. They really understand about your care. And all of this is set up to lead them to take action, which in your case is to schedule an appointment or to stay in care or to schedule for repeat visits or to refer more people to you. So we have awareness, understanding, belief, and action, and all of them build trust and relationships. So how do you build trust and relationships? Well, good question. So I'm going to share this pyramid with you right over here. To engage an ever-increasing number of prospects over time, you have to constantly be giving them value. Now, I talked about the 3E rule. Well, here it is. Internally, you could be doing any number of these marketing ideas, you can do happy hours, whiteboards, patient appreciation days, referral drives, email marketing, call to action promos, patient reactivations, healthcare class, reported findings, research updates, topic of the month. These are all internal things that you could be doing. Externally, you could be doing talks, screenings, AdWords, direct mail, research updates, gift certificates, health fairs, email marketing, and so on. Marketing, you could be having a calendar to market your events. You could be using brochures. You could be a guest lecturer. You could be networking at events. You could be doing social networking on Facebook, and you could be a local presence. Now, that's the awareness piece. This is the awareness piece right over here. The understanding piece is the education and content piece, and I'm a huge proponent of patient education. The education and content builds belief, and it builds trust, and gets prospects and patients engaged. So there are two ways to do this. Do it yourself, or have 98% of it done for you, so all you have to do is customize it with your clinic information. Let me tell you a story how miserable my life was when I didn't have a plan, when I didn't know what to do, and that's why this little piece of paper that I'm going to be giving you will accomplish 98% of the marketing. It's such a miracle worker, and I wish I had this information I'm going to be sharing with you today in my practice when I started. And when I started, I would spin my wheels and exhaust my energies on trying new ways to market in my practice. Most of them were huge flops, and some of them worked really well. I also had no idea on how to get, how to set up marketing polls, or even, what even the concept of a marketing poll was. I was never given that golden ticket on patient attraction and patient retention when I was in school. I had to reinvent the wheels, and I had to spend thousands of dollars in doing so. It was terrible. I was terrible at marketing, and so bad that I had to defer my student loans, and I had to take on a second job. And the truth is that we became acupuncturists because we want to help people. We want to be in the wellness business. That's what we went to school for. That's what we get paid money for. But what they didn't tell us was that before we get in the healing business, we have to be in the relationship building business. Whether it's building a relationship with a stranger that we meet online, at a leads group, a health fair, or whatever, or whether it's somebody that we get an introduction from, we have to establish trust in this relationship to get that introduction. And I know this is counterintuitive from what we believe, but we believe that we're great healers and that everything will take care of itself. But if we don't give people the tools, even the people that we help to spread the word for us, we are not building enough relationship. So the marketing piece that I gave you is all about different techniques in the different groups on how to build and maintain those relationships. So the reason I wanted to give you a plan was to eliminate doubt as to what to do so you know what to do. And for you to build a simple plan that you could go ahead and you can implement this week, or that you could implement next week or next month or whatever it is. I was talking with people who bought my email marketing program, and I was talking with one guy, and he basically introduced one series every week on his email program. So he was systematically releasing it and updating it and putting it out into the world slowly over time. Take one nugget out of today's training, put it into use, and you'll be happy that you did. The snowball effect will happen. Your practice will grow. So when you look at the page, hopefully you can download the training. Again, I'll put the link back in here. Again, that's where you can download the handout over here. When you look at this 26-point marketing plan, some items on here are meant to create awareness. Some items on here are meant to create an understanding and that lead to belief, and some of the items here are meant to create action. So whatever you're working on this week, this is the formula. What are you going to do to create awareness? What are you going to do to create an understanding? What are you going to do to help shift their beliefs? And what are you going to do to get people to take actions?
Hey, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
I wanted to just jump in here. I had somebody call me actually during the webinar and say that they didn't have the little chat window showing up on their computer. And so I know that you've been posting over in the chat window the link where people can get this handout, but why don't you go ahead and say it so anybody that doesn't have the chat window can type it in and know where to go get it.
Sure. So you can go download it at acuperfectmarketing.com/26 points. So if you go to acuperfectmarketing.com/26 points, that's where you can download the handout. So my question is, what tools do you have, or what tools are you using right now in your practice to grow your practice? Are you doing talks? Are you networking? Are you using call to actions? Are you doing screenings? Are you using the AccuGraph? What are you using now consistently to help you attract patients? Put it in the chat box. Let me know, what you're doing. If you're not doing anything, let me know also. You could private chat me if you're embarrassed about that. If you're like, wow, I'm in practice, I'm not doing any marketing, just private chat me in the chat box over here. I want to know where you stand. I want to know where I can help you the best. In that handout, if you pull it out, what the idea is, this is the market planner for the month. And every month in practice, I would fill this out. I would put the month in here. I would put the key calendar events that we would be doing this month. So in June, it happens to be Men's Health Month and Headache Awareness Month, and also the summer solstice. So we would be doing things in the clinic based upon these topics over here. One great resource for you, and you should write this down, is Google National Health Observance Days. There's a calendar in there that you could use to access to tap into Headache Awareness Month, or Men's Health Week, or Fertility Awareness Days, or Great American Smokeout, and so on. It's a valuable resource, and every month you should go through this process and write down, what are you doing? Are you going to be doing a talk this month? Are you going to be doing a screening this month? Just so you can get it on paper, so you can get committed about it. And what is your number one goal this month? Your number one goal is to hand out 10 stress reduction call to action cards. That's been my number one goal pretty much every month, is to hand out at least 10 stress reduction call to action cards. It's been a huge way for me to help create a steady flow of patients coming into my practice. And I encourage you to actually, if you guys have a call to action, awesome, great. If you don't know what a call to action is, put in the chat box, I don't know what a CTA is. And I'll send out some links later on about what a call to action is. Okay? So now pull out your 12-month marketing idea generator sheet, and I want to briefly go over this. We have a new opportunity every month to create strong and meaningful relationships with our patients and our local community. The more of these items that you can automate, the more time you'll have to expand your practice, enjoy your life, and spend more time doing what you love. So you have to have a plan. And we begin each month looking at the marketing calendar, listening to the suggestions that we give you on each of the first Thursday trainings that I do, and planning marketing themes and opportunities for the month. Now, this includes general patient promotions and targeted marketing opportunities that take advantage of what's in the news. Like I mentioned earlier, from the National Health Observance Days, you could tap into the Smoking Day, or National Arthritis Week, or Migraine Awareness Month, or MS Awareness Week, or whatever it is. There's no lack of marketing ideas. There's just a lack of planning and implementation on your part. So we're going to go over this chart in a minute, but I want you to imagine, based upon what your goal was, what if you just did one of these additional daily activities on this 12-month marketing idea generator sheet? What could happen in your practice? What if you did one of these weekly? What could happen? What if you incorporated one of these monthly activities? Again, what could happen in your practice? I'm sure some shift would happen, some change would happen, because that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you everything that you should be doing, but I want you to do is to commit to yourself by implementing just one or two of the nuggets that you're going to be getting out of today's training every week, or every month, or every quarter, whatever it is. Just do one of these things at a time. Automate it as much as possible so you can do what you really love to do, which is to help and treat people. So let's go ahead and dive a little further into these. Every day, there are some really simple activities to do. Writing postcards to inactive patients, easy to do. Give a report of findings to every single new patient. If you guys don't know what a report of findings is, I'm actually doing a webinar training that dives deep into the report of findings next Thursday. If you want information on that, I'll include it in an email. If you do a report of findings, put yes ROF. If you don't do a report of findings, put no ROF in the chat box. I'd be curious to hear where you stand with that. You should be also making phone calls to inactive patients. You should be every day, you should be handing out at least 3 stress-free treatment cards or acupuncture happy hour cards. These are call to action cards that you should give to every single happy patient that comes off your table to attract their friends and family members. You should hand out business cards. You should change the message of health to your bulletin board or whiteboard, and you should definitely be asking for referrals on a daily basis. Weekly, you should be meeting with at least one local provider that you want to network with and host a new patient orientation class. You can host a healthcare class. You can attend and put on a screening or a health fair. You can make some posts to your social media Facebook page. You should be adding a blog post to your website. You should gather at least one patient testimonial every week, and you should do something to promote your acupuncture happy hour event And if you see here, if you network with at least one local provider, you can probably get at least one new patient a month. If you do a new patient orientation class, you get about two new patients a month. A healthcare class, 2 to 4. If you attend a screening, 4 to 6. If you do a happy hour, 6+. So if you do these things on a weekly basis, you will get a bump in your new patient flow. Each month, you should be promoting a lunch. You should be going to a lunch with an attorney or a lawyer or a doctor or yoga instructor. You should be educating your patients about an acupuncture-specific condition of the month. Like this month, I believe it's either Headache or Migraine Awareness Month, and coming up in June. You should be doing something specific about educating your patients and cross-informing them about how acupuncture can be great for headaches and migraines. A lot of patients just are aware of the fact that acupuncture is amazing for pain, but maybe not. The awareness isn't there so deeply that it's really good for headaches or even fertility or the common cold and so on. It's an opportunity to educate about that. You should be attending one network event each month. You should really be hosting a talk each month. It really positions you as an authority and an expert in the industry, and it's really fun to do talks. I enjoy them. If you're open to doing talks, but it kind of scares you a little bit, I highly encourage you to check out Toastmasters in your local community, because Toastmasters, I was a member of their group for 3 years, and it just changed my life and gave me confidence in speaking in public. So if you want to speak in public and do talks and you're not feeling super positive and grounded in that, totally join Toastmasters locally. Just Google Toastmasters, you'll find a location. You should also be sending off a monthly health update email to patients each month. So some information should be going out each month to your patient. It could be a new topic, it could be a blog post, it could be here's 7 tips to keep yourself healthy, or 3 ways to tonify your digestive energies, whatever it is. You should be emailing your patients on a regular basis, doing some email marketing. Every quarter, you should be going through your patient files and conduct a patient reactivation campaign. Every quarter, your files are going to be getting bigger with your inactive patients. You need to start going through that gold mine, start marketing to them again, start getting them back on your books. It's pretty simple to do. Every quarter, why not host a patient appreciation day? It's kind of like having a party at your practice and honoring your practice, honoring yourself, and honoring your patients. Great way to get out there, to move out from behind the treatment table to the public eye and sort of network with your patients and their friends, coworkers, and family members. You should also be doing some type of direct mail advertising. You should review your report of findings and see if there needs to be any changes. And you should also be reviewing your marketing activities and figuring out what's working and what's not working in your practice, and change those things. Embrace the things that are working, make them better, and don't do the things that aren't working. Makes sense, but a lot of people kind of keep doing the things that aren't working. You could also host a dinner with practitioner, which could be at your clinic or a restaurant. You can choose the top 10 patients, have them invite a friend or family member, and go out to dinner or to a buffet style restaurant and have honor them in that respect. Your patients will love it, and especially their friends and family members that they bring with them. Send off a seasonal patient newsletter. Well, we know that each season that a different organ system becomes active, and it's a great opportunity for you to get out there and send off a patient newsletter to your people, your patients, your active and inactive patients, to stay on front of mind awareness with them. And each quarter, you should definitely be doing a new patient referral drive. These are great ways to stimulate some really good energy in your practice, and to obviously get more referrals by having your patients help generate more referrals with you and for you, because everybody gets behind this new patient referral drive, and there's motivation, there's energy behind it, there's a goal to be reached, and people like achieving goals. So yearly activities, you should host a seasonal food and toy drive like during the holidays. You should look into doing a clinic picnic. You should review your marketing activities to determine, again, which ones were the best and which ones didn't work. Send off an insurance letter around October or November telling your patients that their benefits for the previous year are expiring. It's a great way to have your patients use up their benefits before they roll over. Good time to do this would be October, November. Send off a patient reactivation letters to get your patients back on the books. Create an event around AOM Day, which is October 24th. If you're not familiar with AOM Day, just Google AOM Day. And October 24th is basically our time as acupuncturists to shine in the spotlight. It's like one of those national awareness days, but it's acupuncture awareness a day. You could also do a de-stress from the holidays, stress reduction treatments to help your patients sort of manage themselves more efficiently and easily through the stressful holiday season. So there's a quote that I really appreciate, and it's, productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, intelligent planning, and focused effort. And that's what I want you to have today. I want you to commit to excellence of being in practice and of really embracing that idea of wearing the hat of a business person so you can grow your practice, plan, and stay focused on those efforts. So here's the 26 topic marketing idea calendar here. I'm going to drill into each of these individually. This part is all about the different. So with this here, you can choose what you're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So the idea is that you can print one of these out, and let's say you want to focus on your marketing calendar for the month. You would check off when you want to do that in here. Anytime you have any internal events or patient appreciation days, check off the days that you are going to be hosting them here. Anytime you're going to have external events, again, check off the days that you're going to be doing those over here. So this is all about getting yourself prepared in this section. This section here is about actively promoting your practice, actively creating awareness about your practice. This is using handouts, using gift certificates, using call to action promos, putting up your topic of the month poster, using a whiteboard or changing your whiteboards up on your practice, handing out research updates, educating your patients about different topics that you could help them with, and updating your blogs and your website. So if you are going to be, putting together, hang up your topic of the month poster, check off Wednesday when you're going to be doing that. If you're going to hand out your research update, check off Friday for when you're going to be doing that. If you're going to, send out your patient newsletter or your handouts on Monday, check that off over here. So you start creating a system and an organization for you over here. This section is all about keeping yourself active, in front of mind awareness with your patients, and building goodwill. So report of finding, every new patient should be getting a report of findings. This helps build trust and confidence in you and your care. And all of these tools are set up here in this section for you to be used to help you really focus on what you should be doing in your practice on a regular basis. You should be updating free reports on your website, and you should be putting together your monthly newsletter. You should put together and think about having patient appreciation gifts for those patients that you really love, that you really like. You should also be thinking about what you're going to be doing for business cards and relaxation certificates. So again, check those off on the days that you want to be doing those in your practice. And this is an area that I really enjoy over here too. This is about setting up, automating, and reaching out through email communications to your patients. these are different. These are the 8 top email campaigns and email series that I would highly suggest that every practitioner on this call has in their practice. You should have a Get to Know Acupuncture series, which is for every new prospect that comes on board. Every time a new prospect comes to your website and they download a free report, they should get rolled into the Get to Know Acupuncture series. After somebody comes in as a new patient, they should get to learn about a welcome series. Welcome to the clinic. Here's what you can expect. Here's a little bit about me. Here's my bio, and so on. There should also be a report of findings series which goes out to a patient after they go through the report of findings. There should also be some missed appointment series emails that go out if a patient misses an appointment. I've seen it firsthand that if I have emails set up on the back end that go out the day after a patient misses an appointment, they schedule quickly. If that email doesn't go out, they just wind up drifting into the inactive patient file. That's not what you want to do. At the end of a formal treatment, you get them rolled into a patient retention series, which is just topics and tips and insights and information about acupuncture and other things that you can help them with. When patients go inactive, there should be a series of emails that you put out there that activate those inactive patients. You should also have a series of emails that help you get reviews, and also a series of emails that help you get referrals. So this section right here, this is how you can easily automate your practice. This section here is what you should be doing on a daily basis, as often as you can, to help automate your practice. So what I want to do is I want to break it down for you as to what you need to do in your practice if you want to set up this information here to create handouts, gift certificates, promo cards, topic of the month posters, whiteboards, research updates, help sheets, and blog posts. So here's what you need to look for. You need to look for a researcher, you need to look for a writer, you need to look for an editor, a proofreader, or a graphic designer. And you can easily find those people at guru.com, Fiverr, or Odesk. These are places where you can outsource all of these tasks easily for a low fee. And here's some information that I found, that if you find people who do some editing for you, basic editing or heavy editing is around $40 a month or so. Average about $40 a month times 5 hours is about $200 to get somebody to edit that information and get that content up and going for you. A designer to lay that information out for you is about roughly about $40 on the low end. Again, I'm going to choose on the low end. So 40 times 4 is about $160. So you're talking, if you were to get all this information set up for yourself and have that all ready for you to go, it would be a bit of an investment, about $360. If you went out to find someone to do all of this for you, the total design package for this would be about $360 a month, or depending upon how often you are choosing to make this happen in your practice over there. So if you look here, the cost, it costs on the low end $360. And so that's not too terrible for you. And this is a really great way. Like, if you can build a system like this, you can build trust, you could build likes, you could build relationships, you can build awareness, you could build belief, and you can build a tribe of patients that know you, they like you, they trust you, they refer to you, they stay in care, and they refer other people to you over time. So what if you could have all of this information for less than the cost of 2 movie tickets? I went to the movies the other day, and I didn't realize how much movie tickets cost these days. I think it's like we paid $18 per ticket per person, $36 to go to the movies. So for the cost of just 2 movie tickets, you could have all this information done for you. And what if you could have all of this for less than 89 cents a day? So for less than the cost of buying a Reese's peanut butter cup or half a cup of coffee, you could have all this information done for you right over here. So this, I want to introduce you to something that Adrian alluded to in the beginning here. And if I had a choice to spend 20 hours a month working on my marketing materials and writing and developing content, or getting out there and meeting patients and networking with other professionals, you can bet on pretty much what I choose. I'd much rather spend the time shaking hands, meeting people, opening up doors, than try to make marketing materials. So you have a choice. You can get something done for you and designed for you, and that you know that just works, because someone tested it out. Me and a few hundred other practitioners have tested this out, and we've taken this, we've systematized it, we've organized it, and we've even made it so you can personalize this information for yourself in your practice. So I want to introduce you to AccuDownloads, which is a monthly marketing system that gets delivered to your inbox every single month. Every single month you get gift certificates that you can personalize, that are specific to that month. So in the summer, you'll get summer-oriented articles and information. In winter, you'll get winter-oriented articles and information. These gift certificates you can personalize with your clinic information up over here. And you'll also be getting promo cards and call to action cards that you can personalize. These cards are priceless. These cards, you can personalize them with a call to action over here that says, on this one it says, this card entitles you to a free bottle of herbs. Just bring this card in during your next appointment and we'll gladly give you a free bottle of herbs that you've been using. And you would put their name and their information over here. Also, every month you get 2 monthly newsletters that are personalized with your information. And again, you personalize this on the fly, on the computer, with your information on it right over here. Every month you get 2 of these delivered, access into the membership portal that you can go in there, you can download, you can print, you can mail these out to your patients, you can email them as a PDF to your patients, you can put them on your website. You get 2 of them that are done, that are written, that are professionally designed for you. Also, each month you get a patient help sheet that you can personalize too, with information over here. This patient help sheet is your ticket to doing a monthly healthcare class. It's so simple. All you do is host a healthcare class, in this case on headache pain, and you literally go through each of the points, how to find the points, what their functions and indications are. Then you can embrace these these exercises that are specific for headaches, and then you can go through the different other topics of things that we have listed on here. In this case, we have helpful aromatherapy for headaches and migraines, and you can go over that. And this is basically a done-for-you, half-hour, 45-minute in-house patient healthcare class. Again, you can personalize that information. You can also print these out and give these to any patients that have headaches or whatever that topic is that month. Every month, you always get a Did You Know Acupuncture Research poster. So every month, you get a colorful poster that you can print out, hang up on your wall, mail out to your patients, put up in your local Whole Foods, or send out to a local practitioner who is down the street with you, who you want to network with, but you'll be able to print this out and promote acupuncture through research. We're also going to give you 2 research updates. So if you notice, there's a theme going on here. So we have articles about headaches, we have a help sheet about headaches, we have research about headaches, and we have we have research updates about headaches. These are smaller handouts that you can print out. You get 2 of these each month. that you can, again, print them out. You could put them in a binder, put them in your waiting room. You could put them on your desk. You can give them to every patient. You can put them on your website. You can mail them. You can do whatever it is that you want with these. But you get these delivered into your inbox and membership portal. Also, we give you 2 topic of the month whiteboards. Every month, you get a whiteboard. Again, you see there's a theme going on here, headaches and migraine. The idea is that you have a whiteboard in your office and you write, acupuncture can help with headache and migraine pain, draw a picture of a head that looks like it's hurting, and it says, ask me how. People will ask you how. Jump on the healthy wagon with acupuncture, ask me how. People will ask you how. Every month, these images change. Every month, we're making a consistent marketing campaign on how to get awareness about acupuncture. You also get a specific topic of the month poster. This is a research poster. This is a specific topic of the month poster that you can hand out and post in your clinic. Again, do you have headache pain? Acupuncture can help. Ask me how. The whole idea with these is to get your patients involved, informed, and inspired and excited to learn more about acupuncture. You'll get referrals from this. People will be like, wow, acupuncture can help with that. You'll be able to educate when they ask you how. You'll be able to inform when they ask you how. You'll be able to get more referrals in that way. But it goes on. I'm not done yet. What we've put together for you with AcuDownloads, honestly, it's pretty phenomenal what we're doing, and we're always adding to it all the time. You get 2 blog posts. 2 blog posts. It's unheard of. You get 2 blog posts that you can copy and paste. You could use them as newsletters. You can use them as email content. You could use them on your blog. You could put them on your website. Wherever it is that you want to use these, you can use these articles in your practice. You also get a social media widget embed code. This is pretty new. We just released this, and basically you would get this embed code right over here that you would put on your website. It would create an image on your website that you can link out to Facebook, and people would click on that image and it would direct them back to your Facebook page. This is really great because now you're driving leads from social media platforms like Facebook from there back to your website by using this little embed code. This is really ingenious. Our tech team just came up with this, and it's super, super awesome, really great. I just want to show you this little quick video here on how easy it is to personalize them.
Just click here, and that will be downloaded to your computer. And these are all the files that are not personalized, like the research articles, the posters, the whiteboard images. Then you can also download the text-only files, and these files are the articles for the newsletter, the research report, and the blog posts. And you can download these files and repurpose these files on your website, on your Facebook page, as emails, as letters out to your patients. However you want to do it, you could print out this text and have it in your waiting room. And to set up the personalized files, all you do is scroll right down to this section over here, type in your clinic name, type in your clinic address, type in your clinic phone number, type in your clinic website address, and whatever promotion that you'd like to have showing up on your call to action cards, this is where you would type it in there. Here's some sample promo text that you could use. I'm going to go ahead and just copy this text right here and paste it right on in. And all you do right now, you filled out the information, all your personal information, download the files. It's going to process that information right here. It's going to download to your computer. Then you double click on that right over here, and then you simply just open up those files. You can see now where everything is personalized with your clinic information. So right now, my clinic name is showing up on these gift certificates right up in here. On the patient help sheet, my clinic information is showing up over here. On the newsletters, my address and my contact information is showing up here. And on the promo cards, my address and information is showing up over here, as well as the promotion that I am offering for my clients to come on in. All you would simply do is print this out, or send it to Kinko's or Staples, have them printed out on some heavy cardstock, and just cut it along this line over here. This way you'll have 3 promo cards or 3 gift certificates cut along this line over here. Simple. It took me less than a minute to fill out that personalizer tool and to have these marketing materials personalized with my clinic information on them.
So that's pretty quick. That's pretty easy. So we set up that personalizer tool for you. So we want to make it easy for you. We want to really make it systematized for you. And the list goes on. This is all. We also give you social media sharing images. So you've seen memes on Facebook. Each month we give you 4 to 6 different memes, sometimes more, that help you, again, promote the medicine, promote your practice. You see a theme going on. Got migraines. Okay, summer solstice. Help alleviate endometriosis. You put these on your Facebook page, you get more shares, you get more likes, you get more people coming into your practice through other social media channels. We got new ones. We change these up every single month. And also, we added a special bonus. You get some patient emails and letters. You get when you join today with AcuDownloads, you get an MD referral letter, you get a patient reactivation letter, and a welcome letter. These are all emails and letters that you could use in your practice starting today. And I also have included a patient reactivation online program. I talked about patient reactivation and how that's a gold mine that you're sitting on when your patients fall out of care, and it is. And I put together training in here. It's part of the membership portal over here that you can have access to and learn how to really reactivate your inactive patients. So I put together, this whole entire AcuDownloads is delivered to the membership portal in your inbox every month. $360 won't get you this if you do it yourself every single month. To get one of these items created would be a couple $100, and I want to make your life easier, not harder, and I showed you what you can do on your own, and I showed you what you could be doing. I talked with you about a couple nuggets and how to really organize your practice and the different things that you can be doing on a regular basis in order to attract patients and keep them in care. But I really made some really cool stuff. My team has been working on creating all this marketing materials for you on a regular basis. So I have a really special offer for you here. So you have, if you want to take advantage of the AcuDownloads online training program, you can do so now. The special is that we have a lock-in price guarantee, and that means when you join today, that the price that you join with today, whether it's the annual program or the monthly program, that price is locked in for life. AcuDownloads will go up in price, and when it goes up, if you are a steady and consistent user, you will be locked in at that price without, you'll be grandfathered in. You get a free 14-day trial, so you can go in, kick the tires, try it out, see if it works for you, check out the materials, personalize them, and just, take it for a test drive for 14 days. We have no contract, cancel anytime, and we have a 100% guarantee. So I'm not in this just to take your money and just to put out materials and not follow up. I want you to be successful. My goal, again, is to help introduce acupuncture to 100,000 more people, and I need your help to do that. Spreading the message, educating the patients, reactivating your patients, networking, getting referrals. You can do it all by using AcuDownloads. This link right over here, acudownloads.com/SP is the link that will give you the opportunity to choose from one of 2 options. Now, we have put together a Plan A and a Plan B. And Plan A is a one-time annual fee of $199. That's about 40% savings. So when you join and you jump on the annual plan, you will save 40% today, and for as long as you are a member in good standing, you will forever be grandfathered in at that $199 annual fee. Plan B is a monthly plan that we have going for $27.60. For every month, you will get all these materials delivered to the membership portal for less than 2 movie tickets. I mean, seriously, how can you go wrong with this kind of thing? We've done all the work. We've got all the professional materials done for you. You could personalize them with all of your information. So, you know, so you have 2 options to choose from, and I've offered this once before, and I'm going to give you this complete done-for-you marketing toolkit, fresh and new each month. I'm offering a free 14-day trial. Take us for a test drive, kick the tires, try it out, and to top it off, when you join today, for as long as you're a member in good standing, you get that price lock guarantee, and I'll be raising the prices next month or sometime after that, so lock in your price for life. $27.60 a month, or save 40% and get $200 a month. It's pretty much an amazing deal. I would say it's kind of crazy if you don't take me up on this offer, because of what we've put together here for you. There's no way you'd be able to find anything close to all these materials that you could use and print out in your practice for it, anything near the price that we have over here. So that's pretty much it. This is pretty much the training. Again, you have, if you want to jump on board, I'm gonna go and take some questions that probably came up during the webinar over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here and look through some of this thread over here to see if there are any questions that are showing up. Let's see. And does anybody have any questions? If you have any questions, feel free to ask me now. I will go ahead and take this link and put it in the chat box over here. You also have a pop-in that just came up in your window over here. If you want to start your free trial, you can jump on that free trial. It should be in the window over there. And yeah, so AcuDownloads, we have them in Spanish. We do not have them in Spanish at the moment right here. So that's something we've been talking about. That's something that we're looking into. But right now we don't have AcuDownloads in Spanish.
Hey Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So I've got a question, and since I'm one of the moderators, I get to just jump right in. Is that all right?
Absolutely.
So I just want to make sure I'm understanding everything kind of from the overview perspective. First of all, this handout that you gave out that has the marketing planning, where you plan your weekly, and you can you have all of the different topics to choose from and so on. And then you can plan each day and what you're going to be doing. That's really great. And then you're saying that for like $27 a month, somebody can subscribe and have all the stuff handed to them on a silver platter, personalized, ready to go, ready to hand out, ready to email out, ready to use, and that's that. Am I getting this right?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. I mean, I gave you sort of this 10-page handout here that it can help organize and systematize you in your practice and all of your marketing efforts. It's there. You've got the 12-month marketing planning idea generator calendar. You've got the handout that has the 26 different points on the different things that you could be doing. You have we basically, it's given to you. You could do it on your own easily, and I mapped it out. It can, finding someone to write, edit, copy, design, and all of that, it can cost some money. If you're not interested in doing any type of marketing, if you're not interested in doing newsletters, if you're not interested in having call to action cards or handing out gift certificates or creating any type of research updates, then this is not for you. But if you're interested in communicating to your patients, if you're interested in getting your inactive patients back in care, if you're interested in having an easy, done-for-you, turnkey, systematized, and fresh way to market your practice every single month, AcuDownloads is for you, because $27.60 a month is kind of like a no-brainer, especially when you have no contract and you can cancel any time. So,
And
yeah.
and you said just to make sure that is locked in.
That is locked in. Yeah, this price, like when they join, when you join for based on this webinar that I'm hosting with you, Adrian, this price is locked in for life. So if you join for $27.60 a month, and 5 years goes by and you're still a member, and the price is now $75 a month, you're locked in at $27.60 a month forever, as long as you're a member in good standing. Same thing with the annual fee. Again, $200 annually, you're locked in at that fee for entirety, and as long as you're a member in good standing.
And even if you pay for the annual fee, you're still getting the new content and the new handouts, the new email newsletter. You're getting everything every month. You just pay for it once a year.
Absolutely, yeah. Every single month, I'll show you the inside of the membership portal from my end, because it's just I have access to all the trainings. So every month, you'll be able to. Let me just log in here. Let me see here. Okay, so I'll just share the screen with you. So every month, you'll have access to this part of the training over here. So every month, you'll get an email from us that says, "Hey, your Acu downloads are available. Go check them out." So we've been live since April 2014. I can go in April 2014, because I've been a member since then, and download the information, the materials. Right now, we're current with June. I would click on June. The information is over here. Here's how I'd personalize the materials, the text-only files, the social media embed codes, and how to personalize the information right here. We've also added some bonus materials. There's some live Q&A calls. There's some bonus gift certificates that we created that are specific for stress and other specific ones that we keep adding all the time. So we keep adding new stuff to here. We have bonus posters. Here's the marketing calendar. Here's the patient reactivation training program that I talked about right over here. So all of these are, you get all the downloads and all the trainings for this patient reactivation training. I also put another training in here called the 6 Magical Points to Practice Success that I did at NISA in 2012. There's a couple interviews. There's an audio interview from Honora Wolf. Here's all the social media images. I mean, this alone can be a product in and of itself that we could easily sell for $200. These are all social media images that you have immediate access towards that you can start taking, downloading, and using in your practice. You just click on them, download the zip file, upload to your Facebook page, people start liking it. And let's see, we have the patient letters are over here. These are the patient letters that you'll be able to have access to, and we have specific things. We created a Great American Smokeout marketing tools too. So each year or every so often we add specific marketing tools for other events and things like that. So yeah, it's a pretty amazing. I think it's a pretty amazing tool, and I think it would be really. I think it's smart. I wish there was something like this that was available for me when I started my practice, because it would have been so much easier and pretty much a no-brainer for me. So with a couple questions that came in, would the materials from past be accessible to members? No, your materials that become available are available from when you join up. So if you join in May, you have May on. If you join in June, you have June on. If you were a member back in April 2014, you have everything from April 2014 to the time that you remain current. That's available to you. How do you find out if free treatments are allowed in your state or province? That's a really good question, Wendy. That's something that I don't have the answer for. That would be way too much information for me to keep on board in my brain. You should probably ask your local associations, ask other practitioners, and just check with other local schools about acupuncture and see what they say. Yeah, offering free treatments might not work in some areas. It certainly worked for me in my practice, and that was my lost leader to get patients from any event, from any screening that I did from those events into my practice. It was really, really easy to do. How do you, okay, how do you access brochure, etc.? I'm not sure what brochures you're talking about. Okay, Sharon, you're not able to start the trial. It should work. The shopping cart is, I believe, right here. And you should be able to have access to that. Should take you right to the page over there. And in that page, let me just take a quick look right over here, just make sure. Clicking that page takes you to the takes you to the sale. It takes you to the shopping cart. So I'm not sure why it's not working on your end, but it should definitely be working. Let's see, if you're still having issues with it, just let me know and I'll get back to you. But yeah, I mean, Adrian, I mean, I wish this was something that was available for me when I started my practice, because it would have made life a lot easier and I would have spent a lot less money on the front end to get coaching and all the consulting that I did do.
I want to tell you something, if I can just jump in for 1 second, Jeffrey.
Absolutely.
It's confession time, everybody. You know that my company, Meridia Technology, we make Acugraph, and we teach some marketing tips and techniques for using Acugraph for public screenings, very effective. But we also saw that there was a need for ongoing practice marketing, for ongoing patient communication, for all of the things, all of the tools that Jeffrey just showed you. And we actually had put together a plan to start creating this stuff. And this was a couple years back. And the one thing that kept us from jumping in, we said, well, you know, those guys up at Acupuncture Media Works, Jeffrey, they're already making some really great stuff. And we argued back and forth and said, yeah, but their stuff, you know, they make handouts and brochures. We can do this monthly membership thing, and it can be really great, and people really need this. Anyway, we opted not to do it. And I just want to tell you, I am so glad that we left that for you to do, because you did 10 times the job I think we would have. Your stuff looks hugely professional, masterfully done. I got to tell you, I'm very impressed. I would much rather be your partner than your competitor.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We have no, you know, I love what I do. I really do. I mean, my background's graphic design, advertising, marketing, and I really love that I can affect so much change in so many ways by helping other practitioners find success in their practice. I want to see the bigger picture. I want to see things shift in this medicine for the better. And you know, I have a survey out there, and one thing that I find really, really disenchanting and disheartening is the fact that a lot of practitioners are making less than $30,000 a year. And that's really sad, and many of them are working 2 jobs. And I really feel this medicine's powerful, and it's just so transformative, and it can make so much positive change in the world. We just have to get out there. We just have to market the business and share the medicine, and like get behind the idea that acupuncture is awesome and that it can change lives. And I think with AcuDownloads, we simplified it enough for you and them to be able to do that. And yes, you know, we have been putting a lot of energy and effort over the years to create where we are now, and we're not done yet. There's a lot of really great things that we have on the back burner. I have a whiteboard over here and a huge calendar across the room over there of all the things that we want to implement and that we will be implementing very soon. Because I see the fact that there is this need in the medicine to create some things that are turnkey, simplified, and easy that work for us. And you know, I've got a great team of designers and developers on board so we can provide that for people. So let's see. So all right. So a couple questions coming in. If you sign up for the annual plan and cancel after a few months, is it prorated? Is it a prorated refund? Well, yes. We try to avoid that if at all possible. That's why we're giving you such a deal for the annual plan. Try it out for a year. See if you're actually getting any return on that. It's a small investment. Honestly, one new patient, one treatment of one new patient pays for the entire training, the entire marketing system that you have access to every single month, day in, day out. I mean, it's unheard of, honestly, what we put together here and how we keep adding to it and updating it here. So let's see, promo code. There is a promo code that you can use. It's on the page there. The promo code is ACUD. I'll put it right here. And this will help sort of lock in that pricing for you. Here's the promo code, ACUDSP15. Yes, Jacob, I agree with you. The price of the annual membership is paid for with one regular patient. Absolutely, totally. Let's see. Print out. If I like the 2-week trial, how do I sign up for the year membership? Well, if you like the 2-week trial, you don't have to do anything. We can just roll you into the membership if you want to. If you do the 2-week trial and you want to get the annual plan, I think we could still grandfather you in for that pricing, that special pricing that we're giving Adrian and his people. Let's see. Will we be able to customize information anytime we need or one time? You'll be able to customize the information any single time you need it. So you just go in there, log into the portal, customize the information, print, you're good, you're done. It's all pretty straightforward and done for you. Sybil, so you wanted your question at the end of the 14-day trial is when the payments would start kicking in if you decided to stick with us. Again, we have no contracts, no commitments, but honestly, for $27.60 a month or for that annual plan, it's really, I think it's a no-brainer to really jump on board with the AccuDownloads, because we are adding new things all the time. We are improving it. And again, when you join today and when you stay as a member in good standing, your price is locked in. And that means as we add new things and new images and possibly even videos, so that's just sort of a little teaser for what's happening in the future. The price is going to be what it is when you join right now and today. So Donald says that when you have a question about what is allowed in a state, ask the Board of Examiners. They're the ones that will penalize you if they don't like what you're doing. So there was a question about if you could offer free things in your state. Go check out the Board of Examiners in your state. All right, let's see. Any other questions? So we're coming up to 2 o'clock here, and I have there's a few questions that are coming in still, and so I'll just keep it open for a few more minutes here. Gam, if you want to get on board with lock in your prices, I will put that in here again with the training. Here it is. And the code is ACUDSP15. Here's the coupon code that you would use. Okay. Awesome, Sharon. Welcome on board. All right. Yep, I'm seeing a few orders that are coming in. Mary, thank you again. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sharon, thank you. Brett, awesome. Good job. I really you guys are some of the smart practitioners who are jumping on board with this, not only because it seems like a no-brainer for what we offer here, literally a done-for-you click, print, share system, but because you value marketing, you value and understand the idea and the need to really create and to have consistent marketing poles in the water. I'm giving you 12 consistent marketing poles that you can be using on a regular basis. And I'm going to be adding some more trainings to this portal over here. And in fact, every first Thursday I do a marketing training. And so far, there's been about 6 of them that we've been doing, actually more. I think we started actually in November. Those are going to be uploaded and added to the membership portal. They're not available for anybody else anymore online unless you pay for them. But I'm going to be adding those to the AccuDownloads portal. So each month, you'll be getting access to these the first Thursday trainings that I'll be doing as well. In which languages is AccuDownloads available? Chantel, right now it's available in English. We might do a Spanish version in the future there, depending upon the need and the request from practitioners. Annabelle, yes, all your patients are Spanish speaking. You know, I'm hearing that you guys want some Spanish brochures. I will talk to my team about that, and we can see what some translation might be. Thank you, Ananda. Awesome. Love your products. Thank you for everything. Thank you, Ananda. I love what you do. I love the fact that you're all practitioners and you're one needle, one person at a time, and changing lives. So thank you. Kudos to you. If you don't do it today, will the annual price be available next week? Yes, Michael, I believe the price expires 12 days, 9 hours, 57 minutes, and 28 seconds from now. That's what it says. There's a countdown timer on there. So it actually expires on June 9th, which is my birthday. Thank you. So in 12 days, it'll expire. George, yes, this is phenomenal. I appreciate that. It's really awesome. I mean, take us for a test drive. Get in there 14 days, kick the tires, check it out, see if you even like it. It's free for 14 days. You got nothing to lose, honestly. Yes, many thanks to you, Sharon. All right. So, okay, fantastic. Let's see. All right, guys. I am going to, again, Adrian, thank you so much for all the gifts that you bring, all the hard work and all the technology that you offer with Accugraph. I know that, you know, it was, you know, Accugraph was such a pivotal part of my screenings when I was doing them consistently. And I loved it, and people, you know, loved seeing the graphs, loved hearing the noises, and loved kind of just really piqued a lot of really awesome curiosity and interest at screenings. So I really love what you've been doing for the industry as well. So thank you for introducing me to some of the people on your, you know, on your list and allowing me to share with them this information over here. And the marketing plus Gemini equals a natural match. Yes, that's very true, Sybil. And I am a true Gemini. I'm pretty much. I have no lack of. Here's all the things that we're going to be doing for you guys over the next few months. It's a lot of stuff. I'm sure you really didn't see all of that information because some of it is top secret, but there's a lot of things on that whiteboard over there. So, Adrian?
Yeah, I wanted to tell you, Jeffrey, thanks so much. Particularly, I appreciate the nice discount. I see a lot of folks over here saying, yeah, no brainer, you got to do this. And I would agree. It's ridiculously cheap for the quality and the volume of the content. Even if you only used a tenth of what was offered, you'd get your money back out of it and then a ton. So thanks again. I appreciate your time today, Jeffrey. I appreciate you making these resources available to the folks that I know in the profession. And let's all just keep taking acupuncture onward and upward.
Awesome. Thank you, Adrian. You guys are awesome out there. Change the world, poke some people, make some shift, and again, we'll be in touch. Jump on board. You got, you know, I can't encourage you enough. 14-day free trial. Come in, kick the tires, open the doors, slam the trunk, check it out. Like Adrian said, even just a tenth of them, even just using the gift certificates or the newsletters or the blog posts or the social media images. I mean, seriously, there's so much that you could be using on a regular basis. I mean, this is a done-for-you turnkey marketing system that you could be using in your practice, you know, starting today. So Thanks, Adrian, and thank you guys. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you, George. Yes, Steve. Donald, no brainer. Steve, no brainer. Awesome. I agree with you. Yeah, you're right, Steve. It's $16 a month if you join the annual plan. $16 a month if you join the annual plan. That's like $16 a month. That's like not even a movie ticket, right? Based upon the movies out here. All right. So we're signing off. We'll be in touch. I'll send you guys a link to the replay, and if you have any other questions, you can reach me through email or respond to some of the emails that I'll be sending you with the replays over here. All right? Thanks, Adrian.
Okay, goodbye, Jeffrey. Thanks.
Yeah, bye-bye.